So I got some friends that just picked up a guitar, or they always wanted to learn how to play the guitar and they don't know how to do it. And when you first start to learn the guitar, if you've taken lessons, it's really intimidating because you have to learn all these chords. Like you have to put, your third finger on the third fret, and your second finger here on the second fret on a different string. And then you're really clumsy when you first start, right? You're like, and then your fingers are all fucked up, and then you're like, well, that's very hard to do, and that's what you do if you're a rhythm guitar player. But I think there's two paths that you can take when you want to learn how to play the guitar, and I think it's the way that I'm going to teach you is a lot more comfortable, because you don't have to learn chords. The secret is that you'll be learning melodies. So that works really well if you have a couple other friends that play the guitar and they are rhythm players and you're a lead player. They can do all the strumming, and then you'll be playing the melody along with it. That'll sound really nice. And the other advantage to that is that further down the road you'll be able to put a lot of emphasis and vibrato into what you're playing. So there's a lot of depth and a lot of soul to the music. And rhythm guitar players can also do the same too. They can put a lot of energy and a lot of like percussive rhythm into their strumming, and that works really well. So that being said, there's two different paths that a guitar player can take. So another advantage about being a lead guitar player or a guitar player that plays the melody is that you don't have to learn chords. So I'll start with an easy note here. So when I play this will be a familiar scale that everybody knows. And the secret is that what you do, you go from one string to another when you're doing a scale. So we'll start off with not the thickest string, but the second thickest, just to make it simple. So I'll show you this first, and then, well, this is going to be really obvious, but I'll show you this first and then I'll do it down up here. Okay, so let me get my hand in there. Okay, so you're going like this. You're going. That's not using all the strings, but that's okay because you're still getting the very basic idea. So here we go on the top here. You're staying, here's the first fret, second fret, third fret. See this little dot here, that's a marker. So that's how, when you're looking down at the fretboard, you'll see a whole bunch of them. What these are for is this breaks up the fretboard in your mind. It breaks up the fretboard into different areas. So your mind is actually dividing up the fretboard, so you don't have to worry about all this other crap here. All you have to worry about right now is these three frets. Your first three fingers fit here. And we'll start by your third finger on the third fret. And we'll play the scale again. Then you're playing an open string, which is the next string up. Same string, open string for the thinner string, same string, and then you're jumping up to another open string. This is the second one from the top, and then first fret. And that's how you play a scale. And then you can go even further. And then you'll notice that you can play the same scale in a different area of the fretboard. I'm now on the 5th fret, playing the same scale. Once you know where the notes are and you can go from string to string, you can go all over the fretboard. So you just unlocked the whole fretboard. So, how do you play chords then? You still play chords. you can play two notes at the same time. So if my guitar will work anyway. Here we go. Whatever. But yeah, you can still play chords. You make chords up as you go along. Because you know where the notes are. Your mind actually knows ahead of time where all the chords are, so your fingers just go in the right place and you just make a chord just like that. Next thing I was going to show you was, oh yeah, how to hold your pick. A lot of people, when they first start, they're holding their pick like this. It's totally wrong, because when you do it, the way you're holding it, you feel sort of insecure, like the pick's just going to fall out or whatever. The way I usually hold it, you get your finger bent all the way down there like that. You can see that hardly any of the pick is actually sticking out because it's good and secure. It's not going to move. Another thing I usually do, depending on what you're playing, is I usually have my fingers resting on this little black thing here. I don't know if you can see it. Well, every guitar has one, that thing right there. So your hand is sort of supported. It's not I'm not muting the strings, or I don't have my hand sitting there against the strings. My hand's up a little bit, and my fingers are, well, two of my fingers mostly, so my hand is sort of supported there. And it depends on what I'm playing. If I'm going to strum, well then my hand's going to leave the fretboard, but if I'm playing notes, whatever, I'm not going to play notes right now because I'm holding the camera, but when it's like this, you're really secure in what you're playing. You don't have that clumsy feeling at all, so that's another thing that you may want to keep in mind.